In the wake of UFC 219, after Cris Cyborg rose to her biggest challenge in the UFC and defeated Holly Holm, the question for the greatest fighter in the history of women's mixed martial arts was simple: what's next? Should Cyborg, the featherweight champion, accept the challenge of bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes, which would be the most interesting fight that can be made on the women's side of the sport at this point in time? Or should Cyborg continue to press on while taking challengers in her division, knowing she's going to overwhelm the majority of her foes? Surely, no one anticipated that a mere 2 months later, we'd see Cyborg right back in the cage. Not after Cyborg and UFC President Dana White both dug in their heels in on the opposite directions they wanted to go next. Cyborg, understandably, wanted the UFC to build out the 145-pound division she's called home for a decade. White, understandably, saw a much bigger money fight in Nunes than anything on the featherweight radar. But that's where we found ourselves on Saturday night at UFC 222. Cyborg was brought in to save a show that otherwise might have been cancelled or bumped to cable TV had she not agreed to step in and face Yana Kunitskaya at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This didn't take long to turn into the one-sided, vintage Cyborg beatdown we were all expecting, as Kunitskaya was added to a list of fighters along the likes of Fiona Muxloe, Faith Van Dwin and Charmaine Tweet, who looked psyched out before the fight even started, which assured that it wouldn't last long.